Listen to me very carefully right now. What I'm about to tell you is going to sound crazy, but I need you to trust your gut feeling as you hear these words. Something is happening on October 15th, 2025, that has never happened before in your lifetime. And if you miss it, you won't get this opportunity again. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to wake you up. Because right now, in this exact moment, there's a door opening. A door to a completely different reality. A door to the life you've always known was possible, but could never quite reach. And that door, it's only open for a very short window. If this message found you today, that's not an accident. You were meant to hear this. Hit that like button and drop 1111 in the comments if you can already feel what I'm talking about. I don't know how else to say this, so I'm just going to say it straight. Last night, while most people were sleeping, something fundamental shifted in the fabric of reality itself. You might have felt it. Maybe you woke up suddenly at 3 a.m. for no reason. Maybe you had incredibly vivid dreams that felt more real than your waking life. Maybe you woke up this morning feeling like something was different, but you couldn't put your finger on what. That wasn't your imagination. That was real. The universe just split into two distinct paths, two completely different timelines, and every single person on this planet is about to choose, consciously or unconsciously, which path they're going to walk down. The problem is, most people have no idea this choice is even happening. They're going to stumble into one timeline or the other without ever realizing they had a choice. But you're different. You're seeing this message, which means you get to choose consciously, and that's incredibly powerful. Think of it like this. Imagine you're walking down a path at night, and suddenly the path splits in two directions. Most people are walking in the dark. They don't even see the split. They just end up on whichever path they happen to stumble onto based on their momentum, their habits, their unconscious patterns. But someone just handed you a flashlight. You can see the split. You can see both paths, and you get to decide which one you want to take. That's what's happening right now on October 15th, 2025. You might be thinking, I've heard this kind of thing before. People are always saying something big is coming. What makes this different? Fair question. And here's the honest answer. This is different because of what you've been feeling in your own body, your own life, your own experience over the past few weeks. Haven't you noticed how time feels weird lately? How some days feel like they're dragging on forever, and other days disappear in what feels like minutes. That's not just you being tired or stressed. That's the timeline starting to separate. That's reality literally restructuring itself. Haven't you noticed how relationships are suddenly shifting? People you've known for years suddenly feel like strangers. Conversations you used to enjoy now feel draining and pointless. Meanwhile, you're suddenly connecting deeply with people you just met, or reconnecting with old friends you haven't spoken to in ages. That's not random. That's frequency alignment happening in real time. Haven't you noticed how you can't tolerate the same things anymore? The job that was bearable before now feels suffocating. The social obligations you used to manage now feel impossible. The news, the drama, the superficial conversations, all of it feels like it's physically draining your energy. That's because your frequency is rising, and low-frequency activities are becoming incompatible with your energy field. These aren't just personal changes. This is evidence of the shift, and it's accelerating rapidly right now. The two timelines. Let me be very clear about what these two timelines actually look like, because this isn't some abstract spiritual concept. This is about the actual reality you're going to be living in. Timeline 1 is where most of humanity is heading. It's the continuation of the old world, the world of struggle, of competition, of separation, of fear. In this timeline, things get harder. The systems that are already broken become more broken. The division between people gets wider. The fear gets stronger. Life becomes a constant battle just to survive, let alone thrive. People in Timeline 1 are going to spend the next few years feeling increasingly disconnected, increasingly exhausted, increasingly hopeless. They'll wonder why nothing ever seems to work out. They'll feel like they're working harder and harder, but getting nowhere. They'll feel alone, even when surrounded by people. Now, Timeline 2. This is where you want to be. This is the timeline of the new Earth, the new reality. In this timeline, things start flowing. Synchronicities become normal. The right people show up at the right time. Opportunities appear out of nowhere. Your intuition gets stronger and clearer. You feel more alive, more connected, more purposeful than you ever have before. People in Timeline 2 are going to experience what looks like magic to everyone else. They'll manifest things faster. They'll heal old wounds that seemed permanent. They'll find their purpose and actually live it. They'll connect with their soul tribe. They'll feel genuinely peaceful even when the world around them is in chaos. And here's the thing that's hard to explain, but you need to understand. Once these timelines fully separate, people in Timeline 1 won't even be able to see what's happening in Timeline 2. It'll be like you're living in different dimensions. You could be standing right next to someone, but you're experiencing completely different realities. This is already starting to happen. You've probably felt it, like you're seeing things, understanding things, experiencing things that the people around you just can't perceive. That gap is about to become a chasm. Now, you might be wondering, how do I actually choose? What do I need to do? And this is where it gets interesting, because the choice isn't made with your mind. It's not made by deciding intellectually that you want Timeline 2. Your mind can want it all day long, but that's not what determines where you end up. The choice is made with your energy, with your frequency, with what you're actually embodying moment to moment, not what you're thinking about or wishing for. Think of it like tuning a radio. You don't tune into a station by thinking about it. You tune in by adjusting your frequency to match that station's frequency. If you want to listen to 95.5 FM, you have to literally tune your radio to 95.5. Wanting to listen to it while being tuned to 101.3 doesn't work. Same thing here. Timeline 2 operates at a specific frequency. If you want to exist in that timeline, you have to match that frequency. Not just think about it. Not just want it. Actually embody it. So what is that frequency? It's actually simpler than you might think. Timeline 2 is the frequency of love, presence, authenticity, and trust. That's it. Not complicated spiritual practices or perfect meditation. Just genuine love, being present in the moment, showing up as your real self, and trusting the process. Timeline 1 is the frequency of fear, resistance, performance, and control. Fear of what might happen, resistance to what is. Performing a fake version of yourself, trying to control outcomes. Every moment, you're choosing one or the other. Every thought, every reaction, every choice. It's all tuning you into one frequency or the other. Let me tell you what's physically happening to you right now if you're moving toward Timeline 2. Your body is literally changing. Your DNA is activating. Your cells are vibrating at a higher frequency. Your nervous system is rewiring itself. This is why you might be feeling exhausted, even when you haven't done anything physically demanding. Your body is using enormous amounts of energy to upgrade itself. This is why you might be craving different foods, needing more sleep, feeling more sensitive to everything around you. Your body is becoming a clearer channel for higher frequencies, but that means everything that's blocking that channel has to be cleared out. Old emotions stored in your tissues are being released. Old beliefs programmed into your nervous system are being dissolved. Old patterns encoded in your cells are being rewritten. This isn't comfortable. Transformation never is. But it's necessary, and it's happening whether you consciously participate or not. The question is whether you're going to work with it or fight against it. Here's why October 15th specifically matters. The energetic support for this shift, the cosmic alignment, the universal momentum, it peaks today. After today, it's still possible to shift timelines, but it becomes exponentially harder. Think of it like catching a wave. Right now, there's a massive wave of energy moving toward timeline 2. If you catch this wave, it carries you there with much less effort on your part. You're being supported, lifted, carried by forces much bigger than yourself. But if you miss this wave, you have to swim there on your own. You're fighting against the current instead of riding with it. It's not impossible, but it's a hell of a lot harder. And I'm telling you this not to create fear, but to create awareness. Because most people are going to miss this wave simply because they don't know it's here. They're going to keep doing what they've always done, thinking what they've always thought, being who they've always been. And they're going to wonder why their life keeps getting harder. You don't have to be one of those people. You're being given a choice that most people don't even know exists. Forget everything you've heard about complicated spiritual practices or elaborate rituals. What you need to do is actually very simple, but it requires complete honesty with yourself. First, you need to look at your life right now and identify everything that's keeping you in fear, resistance, performance, or control. Not what you think should be keeping you there. What actually is. What relationships are draining you? What job is suffocating your soul? What habits are keeping you numb? What beliefs are keeping you small? Write it down if you need to. Just be honest. This isn't about judging yourself. It's about seeing clearly. Second, you need to make a choice, a real choice, not just a mental preference, about whether you're willing to release those things. Not tomorrow, not when it's convenient. Now, are you willing to let go of the relationship that's draining you? Are you willing to quit the job that's killing your spirit? Are you willing to stop performing for people who don't even see the real you? This is where most people get stuck. They want timeline 2, but they're not willing to let go of timeline 1. They want the new reality, but they're clinging to the old one. That doesn't work. You can't stand with one foot on each timeline. You have to choose. Third, you need to start living from the frequency of timeline 2 right now. Not when circumstances change. Not when you feel ready. Now. That means choosing love when fear shows up. That means being present instead of escaping. That means showing up authentically instead of performing. That means trusting instead of controlling. And here's the beautiful part. The moment you genuinely start doing this, everything starts shifting. Not eventually, immediately. You'll notice synchronicities within hours. You'll feel a shift in your energy within minutes. The universe responds instantly to a genuine change in frequency. If you make this choice today, here's what you can expect over the next few days and weeks. Things in your life are going to start moving fast. Old situations will resolve themselves, sometimes in ways you never expected. New opportunities will appear seemingly out of nowhere. People aligned with your new frequency will show up. People not aligned will drift away. It might feel chaotic. It might feel overwhelming. That's okay. That's just your reality, reorganizing itself to match your new frequency. Trust it. Don't try to control it. Just keep choosing love, presence, authenticity, and trust moment by moment. And if you don't make this choice, if you stay in fear, resistance, performance, and control, then you'll keep experiencing timeline 1. And I want you to really understand what that means. It means watching the world get darker while you feel more and more powerless. It means struggling harder for smaller results. It means feeling increasingly disconnected from yourself, from others, from life itself. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying this because you need to understand what's at stake. This isn't a small decision. This is the most important choice you'll make in your entire life. Here's what I know for certain. If you're watching this right now, you were meant to hear this message. Your soul guided you here because it's time. You're ready for this shift, whether your mind thinks you are or not. You've been preparing for this your entire life. Every challenge you've faced, every pain you've endured, every moment you felt different, or alone, or misunderstood, it was all preparing you for this exact moment, for this choice, for this shift. You are not here by accident. You are a chosen one, not because you're special or superior, but because you agreed before you came here to be part of this shift, to hold frequency for others, to help anchor the new timeline. And now it's time to actually do that. Not just understand it intellectually, not just think about it spiritually, actually live it, actually embody it, actually become it. October 15th, 2025. This is the day. This is the moment. This is your final warning before everything changes. The question is simple. Which timeline are you choosing? If you're choosing timeline 2, drop 1111 in the comments right now. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And then go live like you've already shifted. Because the moment you truly choose it, you have. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't let fear make this decision for you. Choose now. Choose consciously. Choose love. The new earth is waiting for you. Your soul knows what to do. Trust it.